Hey everyone, this is Steve Richards and welcome to another exercise tutorial video. And today is my favorite body weight exercise of all. And we're going to use the Fitness Reality Power Cage to do this body weight exercise. Yes, pull-ups. And this is one of the best features of this cage. That's why I really like this brand of power cages, because it gives you all these different grips in order to do safe and effective pull-ups. And pull-ups are tough. People are intimidated by pull-ups. And people wonder how they can modify pull-ups. Well, in most cases, you can use a chair, but there's very little space, and in just about every power cage, there's very little space. But what you can use is resistance bands like this, and be able to modify and put your foot or feet in the band to be able to pull yourself up easier. It makes you a little bit lighter, and it gives you better form for the pull-up until you're ready to do pull-ups. And trust me, everybody can do pull-ups. Practice makes perfect, but you need the proper form and the proper foundation, and you might need to modify it first in order to get to that point. So what we're gonna do is, before we modify, I'm gonna show you some standard pull-ups, and I like all the grips. The widest one here at the curve is maybe my least favorite one for some of the injuries that have occurred over my wrestling career, and it mostly has to do with my elbow and shoulder. So what I tend to do is do regular pull-ups with my palms facing forward here. Never have it in the curve, always have it on a straight bar here. And then what I do is engage my back and just pull up. And as I come down, I stretch my back and I look up sometimes, and it usually helps a little bit. And then I pull up and squeeze my shoulder blades together and come down. So that's your standard grip pull up. What we're gonna do is called a chin up. A lot of people have probably tried chin ups in high school. You may not even have tried them since then, but we'll give it a shot here. So most people go too wide or they go too narrow. What you want to do is line palms facing you and have your elbows line up with your shoulders, hands line up with the elbows, and then come down and pull up, down, pull up, down, pull up. There, I felt that in my back. My heart rate's probably already jacked up right now because it's a very taxing exercise. Now, one thing to note too, I have my core engaged when I'm doing pull-ups. I'm a little taller, so I'd prefer to have my body straight with my feet hanging, but it's not possible with my height. But if I engage my core, there's no kipping, there's no swinging, there's no bad form. And I got 3 pull-ups there. Maybe I'm only able to get 1 good pull-up. No big deal. Quality over quantity. So here is one of my favorite grips here. This simulates kind of like a seated cable row. This is a neutral grip pull-up. And I really do like this because it kind of takes the guesswork out of the chin up, where you have to kind of line your elbows, hands, and everything up. You already know where you're going to be. So I'm going to come down here, pull up, down. Get a nice stretch, pull up, down. I'm getting warmed up now. Pull up, down. So those are the 3 types that I do. But say you're like, wow, 3 pull-ups. I don't even know if I could do 1. That's where this guy comes into play. Or girl, doesn't matter, it's blue. So my favorite color. So what I'm gonna do here is pull this down, and it can be a little tough. So depending upon what I do with this will probably be a better representation of what I can do with this band. It takes a little bit to get used to, but once I lock this in, here we go. That's good. Right there. So now I can put my foot down, come down here, or even both my feet, and it makes me just a little bit lighter to do the pull-ups. Just up like that. There, that's perfect right there. They'll move around a little bit, but that's okay. And if I only want to do 1, right here, I got 1. And that's the easiest way, and make sure you don't pop yourself in the face with it. This is the easiest way if you have this kind of resistance band in order to modify. If you have room for a chair, that also works very, very well, and everybody's got a chair in their house, so you don't have to spend any extra money if you have the room. But if you're using this cage, it can be a little tough to put the chair there. If you have a thinner chair or some platform, that can help. Just gauge it. If you have room, great. If you don't, buy one of these bands. They're really inexpensive. And you can see how much body weight they take off of you and make pull-ups very much easier. See, my grammar's no good after pull-ups. Okay, guys, thank you. Be safe with these. Please modify when you need to. Have a great day. See you in the next video.